Daredevil Born Again is back in production, and recently, Jon Bernthal, aka the Punisher himself, addressed his return and future and teases the Punisher's role. So once again, this comes at us from a recent interview and a bunch of quotes that were given by Jon Bernthal in regards to returning to the role of the Punisher. So speaking with Collider, he was just sort of talking about the bigger ideas for the Punisher, the character's evolution, of course, the character's place in the real world, and how people resonate with Frank for one reason or another. And he said in his heart and mind, he believes that him and Marvel Studios are going to do something that reflects very much that sort of feeling. Now, obviously, without stating what he's talking about, I think it's pretty crystal clear that they got to bring the skull into play and how it's misunderstood, how it's misrepresented, and how it's used by the Punisher. And obviously, if you look at the Punisher throughout his history, you're going to see a pattern in relation to the Punisher and how he's rebooted and what they try to do with the general character. And how even if they're picking up the pieces from the previous arc, they will change aspects of it to adapt the world today, the setting, make it more contemporary, and address some of the issues out there. And he said when they asked him if they're going to talk about the real world issues and everything, he said that he believes it's essential to do it because it's integral to who Frank is. And that if you look at the real world setting and how Frank at his core connects to this and to the bigger, grittier, Marvel side of things, that naturally has to be a factor in the Punisher. So obviously he's teasing what many people are saying is an evolution of Frank Castle. And I do agree, because if you look at the Punisher TV series, that was very much getting to be the Punisher that people know from the comics. It was a story about his entire origin. So now he's the Punisher. But what does that mean now? And how has he changed? How did the blip affect him? What changes were made in terms of his character growth? That all seems to be at the forefront of what they're going to explain. And that gets me excited because there's a chance here to really focus on the Punisher as a psychotic human being, which he is. And if you tackle that with the right issue and the right representation of the skull, this could be something special.